welcome to day 6 of Vlogmas. It's just past 9 in the morning here. It's another quite chilly day and I've just got back from the school run, so I thought I'd pop on straight away and catch up with you guys before I get on with my day. But yeah, my children went into school quite happily this morning. There's a few more decorated scooters now outside the school, so that was nice to see that the Christmas spirit is spreading there a little bit. But yeah, the house is quite quiet now. My husband just popped down, made himself a cup of coffee. He's gone back up, so I thought I'd pop on and say hi to you guys. So first of all, I'll share what Elf was up to in the night. And last night, Elf decided to get crafty, which was quite nice to see. So when we all woke up, we came downstairs and discovered he had borrowed my cutting mat, got quite a lot of our craft supplies out, including the glue gun, and he'd made a couple of Christmassy finger puppets, which are quite cute. I'll pop up the scene we found so you can see. I'm not sure he should have got my glue gun out. He probably should have been using that supervised, but never mind. We'll let him off. He seemed to have done a good job, and I'll show you in close up his Christmas finger puppets he'd made. So there's a little polar bear one there, which I can sort of just pop on my finger, and then also a little reindeer. There's the reindeer one. So we obviously had a bit of fun making those, and I didn't know Elf had a creative side like that, but my children really like them. My daughter decided the polar bear was hers and my son decided the reindeer was his. So yeah, they were quite pleased with Elf's little creations. So that was what he was up to overnight. Then I'll share what I'm wearing today, and today I've got on a dress that makes me feel a little bit Christmassy because of the kind of the check fabric and the green print, and it's a really nice cozy one to wear actually. And this dress I made quite a long time ago actually. It's quite an older make, and I made it using this pattern here, the Tilly and the Buttons indigo dress pattern, which you can also make as a top. I'll show you the line drawings. It's kind of like a smock dress. It's quite loose fitting with a round neck. It hasn't got any fastenings. You can just pull it over your head because the neck's wide enough. Then it's got a gathered skirt on it, or a gathered sort of little peplum bottom bit if you're making the top. And you can add on these sort of gathered peplum sort of style sleeves too, or you can make a simple bracelet sleeve. And it's got darts, I think, yeah, it's got darts on the bodice, but it is quite loose fitting. You can also add a little ruffle around the seam, which is a bit fiddly, and I did make that ruffle on a couple of versions, but on this fabric I just went for a simple dress with the gathered skirt on it. In terms of sizing, the indigo dress is available in Tilly and Buttons full size range, so you can get it from a UK 6 up to a UK 34. I've got the paper pattern which goes from a 6 to a 24, and then I think on the website you can download the 16 to 34 size range. And when I made my version, I sized down one size. My measurements would put me as a size 2 for Tilly and the Buttons patterns on the bust and waist, and I think the hip measurement's a bit less critical on this one because it's got quite a loose gathered skirt. When I looked at the finished garment measurements, and also from just seeing other people's experience this pattern, I understood it came up quite oversized, and I didn't want it really oversized, which is why I sized down. But I do find it a little bit tight across the shoulders. Like if I bring my arms forward, I can feel it kind of is quite tight across the back. So I made a couple of versions. I think I might have actually made 3 versions of this pattern in fairly quick succession because I really liked it. But I think if I had another go of it now, I'd probably maybe look at doing some sort of broad shoulder adjustment or something just to make it a little bit less tight across the back. But actually in terms of around the waist, there's loads of room on the size 1, so it was fine from sizing down from that perspective. I can still get it over my head and everything. And then for this version I lengthened the sleeve slightly, so it's kind of a full length sleeve. Go on to a really cosy wintry version. And the fabric I made this version is a really lovely fabric. It is a brushed viscose, so it's got a lovely soft feel to it, a bit like a cotton flannel. I don't know, it wasn't described as a twill, but I can see it's got this sort of twill. I might not be able to see it, but the twill lines on it. So maybe it's a brushed viscose twill. It is a bit weighty. It's not like a lightweight viscose, but it's so cosy to wear. So it's a perfect wintry dress, and I really enjoy wearing this one. And the fabric came a very long time ago from an online fabric shop called Stone Fabric. So I'll link them down below. I haven't shopped from them a great deal, but I saw this fabric from them and I really loved it. So yeah, I just wanted to try this one. But I'll put a picture up of me wearing this dress. I think the only other adjustment I made other than lengthening the sleeves is I lengthened the bodice slightly as well. So yeah, it just comes down a little bit longer, I think. But yeah, it's a nice, comfy, cosy one to wear for this weather. So that's what I'm wearing today. And then what else did I want to share? Oh yeah, I wanted to share, I've actually got started on a new knitting project, so I thought I'd share that with you too. So I've got a few knitting projects going on at the moment, and I don't often work on multiple knitting projects, but I wanted my Christmassy project, which I shared in one of my earlier Vlogmas days, which is a little doll's dress, a Christmassy doll's dress I'm knitting, which I'm really enjoying. But on Sunday evening, my son stayed up late to watch the World Cup. England were playing in the World Cup, and I didn't want to knit the little doll's dress because I want to keep it a surprise for Christmas. And although it's more for my daughter than for him, I thought he might find it quite hard to keep a secret of the fact I'm making it, so I thought I'd better not get that one out just to save him then telling her and then feeling bad about it or whatever. I've kept that one away while he was up late watching the football with us. But I wanted something to knit to sort of break the tension a little bit when I was watching the football. I didn't really fancy the blanket squares. I wasn't really in the mood for doing a blanket square. I wanted something that I could think a little bit more about. So I started another knitting project, and this is one that I've had the yarn for a week or two. I bought it when there was a really good offer on the We Are Knitters website. They often have good deals, so I'm often keeping an eye out, and if there's a particular yarn that I've been looking to get, I'll get it when it's on a good offer. So I got some yarn to make myself a jumper, and I'll show you the yarn first. It is some of the We Are Knitters, the cotton yarn, which I've knitted with before and I really like it. And this is the colour I went for. It's a natural colour, so it's kind of like a creamy off-white colour. And I started making a jumper, and it's the second jumper I've made using this pattern. It's one I made quite recently and I really, really enjoyed making, so I really wanted to make another version. And it's this pattern here, which is the Pink Cosmos sweater pattern by We Are Knitters. It's a really cute pattern that's quite a sort of lacy stitch to it, and it's a sweater pattern. And I've got quite a few knitted cardigans, but not as many knitted sweaters, so I thought it would be nice to have another one. And this is quite a different colour for me as well. The first version I knitted was in a black, so I thought this one would look quite different. But I really, really enjoyed knitting my first version. I really enjoyed the lacy stitches. I felt like there was enough of a sort of routine or rhythm for me to get into rhythm doing it, but it was a bit of thought required too, and I quite like that. Sometimes I feel like if you're just knitting back and forth with like garter stitch or stocking stitch, it can get a bit boring after a while. But yeah, I really enjoyed the lacy stitches on the Pink Cosmos sweater, and I'll put up a picture of me wearing my first version so you can see what it looks like. And I'm planning to pretty much remake it in this lovely creamy coloured wool. That's 100% cotton. And I think when I made my first version, I made the size medium because I always size up one size on We Are Knitters patterns. Like I was mentioning yesterday, I find my tension is slightly tighter than their tension, so I always size up. And I didn't need to make any adjustments actually. I didn't need to lengthen the sleeves or anything, so it was quite a nice simple knit. The only change I made was to change the bottom of the hemband and the neckband in the pattern designed to be knitted in garter stitch. But I changed it to rib stitch because I thought that was more of a classic jumper look, which is what I wanted. So I'm planning to do exactly the same again with this wool. So I didn't get very far actually, because by the time we'd had dinner and I'd actually got my knitting out and I kind of I haven't done this much, so yeah, I really didn't get far. I think I got a bit sucked into the match as well, the football. So I've just started the rib stitch for either the front or back piece. They're both the same. But I'm going to be working on this one a little bit too, along with my Christmassy dress and the blankets. I've got lots of knitting projects going on at the moment, but it's nice I can pick up different ones depending on what mood I'm in. And I'm not in a rush to finish any of them except the little doll's Christmas dress, which hopefully I'll now be able to get on with because we haven't got any football this week, so my son won't be up too late, so I'll be able to get a little bit of that knitted each evening once he's gone to bed. So that is my knitting project I wanted to share. And the other thing I wanted to share this morning is a new Christmassy project that my son and I started working on last night, and it's a Lego Christmassy project. My son really loves building Lego. He loves his Minecraft Lego. He's done a bit of Harry Potter Lego and various other things in his time. And my husband actually quite enjoys doing some Lego too. In recent times, I've bought him a Lego set either for his birthday or Christmas, and I think he finds it quite relaxing after quite a busy, stressful day at work, just to do something where you can follow the instructions and something I guess a little bit creative and different to what he does at work. So I've had my eye on this Christmassy Lego set pretty much all year. I got it from Amazon, and I kept looking to see if the price would go down at all, because sometimes you can get quite good deals on Lego sets, and this one was on the expensive side. It never went down, so eventually in November, after Black Friday had happened, I just said to my husband, should I just get it anyway, because I've been looking at it all year and I think that we'd all really enjoy getting involved with building it. So yeah, I got it and we started it last night, and my son was really excited, and I hope it's one of those things that actually will rebuild in years to come, so we'll get our value for money from it. But I'll show you the set, it's really cute. And so here is the Lego set we're working on. It is their Lego Gingerbread house set, so it's really, really cute, and there's lots of lovely details in it. I'll show you the back. It kind of opens up inside. It's got a whole little sort of bed and bath and all sorts going on inside, so I think it'll be really fun to build. And then hopefully, my daughter really loves imaginative play, so hopefully she'll really enjoy playing with it once it's all built too. So last night we started, and I thought I'd show you where we got to. We didn't make huge progress, but we started on some of the little figurines and little accessories. So here are the little gingerbread lady and gingerbread man that live in the house. They're really cute, and she's got this little cute little sort of dainty little skirt on. And they've got a teeny tiny baby, which my daughter loved when she saw it this morning, this little teeny tiny baby. And then we made a little Lego train, and the baby can ride in, and then little pram for the baby too. And also some little presents to go under their tree. Oh, we made the tree too. Here are the little presents, which are really sweet too. And then where's the tree? Oh, here's the tree. Yeah, the tree as well. It's got a little star at the top, so that's really cute too. So my daughter was really excited when she saw them this morning. My son and I did a bit of the original building once she'd already gone to bed, because he stays up a little bit later. So she had a little play with the little figures this morning, and actually she said she was quite keen on getting involved in a bit of the building after school today, which is nice because she generally isn't particularly keen on Lego herself. So that'd be really nice if the whole family can get involved a bit in the building of the Lego Gingerbread house. So I thought I'd share that, and I'll share how we get on with our progress on building that as we go through Vlogmas too. So that is everything I wanted to share with you this morning. So my plan now is I'm going to head out on a walk in a moment. I want to walk down to the post box and post a few Christmas cards, because we're expecting more postal strikes here. So I wanted to get a few in the post now, just to make sure they stand the best chance of getting to the recipients before Christmas. I think they should get there in plenty of time if I post them today. And then I'm going to walk further on to our local Lidl. There's a few things I want to get from there, including some chocolate tree decorations, because we always have something chocolatey on the tree for the children, and I haven't got any this year yet. So I'm going to go and get cosy in my coat and get everything I need to head out for that walk, and I'll try and take you on a little bit of my walk. So that is my plan, and then I'll see you back here a little bit later. So see you in a bit. Bye. I'm back from my walk now, so it was quite a chilly one, but nice to get out in the fresh air. And I posted the Christmas cards in the post box, which you'll have seen in the little video. And then I went to Lidl and I got a few bits from Lidl that I thought I'd show you, a few Christmassy bits. I got a couple of rolls of wrapping paper, which were quite a good price there, so I thought I'd pick those up, and I thought they had quite cute prints on them. I also got the chocolate coins I wanted to get for my children, so I was pleased they had those in stock. So they're here. I got one for each of them. They've got lots of nice gold coins in, and also, slightly randomly, some chocolate notes too, which I haven't seen before. Yeah, I was really glad they had those in stock. So in a moment I'm going to hang these on the tree, and hopefully my children will be quite pleased to see them when they get back from school later. And I also picked up a pack of little mince pies too. My husband and son really like their mince pies, and little ones have historically been good according to them. And we've got some Sainsbury's mince pies in the house at the moment too. And what they often like to do in the run up to Christmas is do a bit of a taste test on different supermarket brand mince pies, and then they have a bit of a discussion about which one has the best pastry, the best filling, the most generous filling, and decide which ones are their favourite. So hopefully they'll enjoy comparing the little ones with the Sainsbury's ones and seeing which one comes out on top. I don't join in because I'm not a big fan of mince pies. My daughter isn't either. I don't really like any Christmassy sweet things really. I don't eat Christmas pudding or Christmas cake. I don't like marzipan, so yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Christmas sweet things. I really like the smell of them, but just not the taste. But I enjoy seeing my son and husband enjoying them, so I was glad to be able to pick up those. And when I was on the walk, I decided to get out my handmade winter coat, which I don't often get out, but I really enjoy wearing it when I do, so I thought I'd show you that. I made it a couple of years ago, and it's the only sort of proper winter coat I've made. I really fancied giving one a go, just to sort of try out the lining and yeah, all the pieces and see if I could do it. So I made this coat a couple of years ago, and I'll show you the pattern. I made it using this pattern here, the Oslo coat pattern by Tessuti. It's a really cute winter coat pattern. It's quite a sort of straight, relaxed fit coat that's double-breasted. Then it's got this shawl collar and raglan sleeves and side seam pocket, and it's designed to be fully lined. So I thought it'd be quite a good one to practice how you put in a lining to a coat, and I'd heard good things about the instructions and how it comes together, and actually the instructions have lots of sort of colour photographs in, which I found really good to follow. So yeah, this is my coat here. I'll show you. I really love it actually. I made it in this really nice sort of wool blend coating fabric that I got from Minerva. It was really, really reduced, and I actually got this fabric thinking I'd sort of try and twirl the coat using this fabric, but when it arrived I really liked it and I wanted to use it for my main version. I think it's really cute. It's got a really nice texture to it, and I've lined it with, I think it's like a viscose acetate or something. It's a really lovely slippery fabric in black, so kind of I went for quite a classic colour for this coat. And I interlined it using thin chelate lining, so the sleeves and the main body are all really cosy because they're interlined with this thin chelate, which makes it yeah, really nice and cosy, because I wanted to make a winter coat that I'd be able to wear in properly cold winter weather. You can see it's got the little hanging hook here I added, and I did these, I can't remember what they're called now. I made these sort of bound buttonholes, and I've got 2 buttons on the coat. I'll show you those 2 quite nice chunky buttons. So yeah, it does up at the front, and I've got the pockets too at the side seams. And I really enjoy wearing this coat. It's lovely and squishy and cosy to wear, but I don't often get it out because I'm often carrying all of my children's stuff. So particularly on the school run, I've got a big backpack, and I've often got their book bags, which have Velcro fastenings, and I worry that if the Velcro caught on this wool fabric, it would end up making it go all fuzzy and spoil it. So I kind of keep it for occasions when I'm maybe not with the children and I'm not going to be going somewhere I'm going to get muddy or anything. I've got like a sort of puffer jacket, a ready-to-wear puffer jacket that's easily wipe clean, that's perfect for all those occasions. But yeah, I really enjoy getting this one out every now and then. So I wore it on my walk to the shops today, and I'll put a picture up so you can see what it looks like on. I kind of made it to be a little bit oversized, just yeah, quite a relaxed fit, easy to pull on over lots of layers. It's really cozy, and I won't go into all the details about the sizing because I don't remember exactly what size I made of this coat actually. It was quite a while ago. And I remember yeah, getting really into the process of it, and I really enjoyed that at the time. And I made a video talking all about the Oslo coat, and it has like hints and tips in and details of the lining fabric and how I added the interlining and all sorts of things. So I'll link that above just in case you're interested in finding out more about this coat. But I thought I'd share it today because yeah, I enjoyed getting it out today. So anyway, I think now I'm going to go and get on with a few household jobs, and I'm hoping to fit in a bit of sewing later. So I'll leave you now and I'll pop on a little bit later in the day. So yeah, see you a bit later. Bye. Hello, I'm back again now. I've done a few house jobs. I've had some lunch, and after lunch I've been doing a little bit of sewing, which has been really nice. And I've been catching up on some Vlogmas videos by some other YouTubers today. So I've really enjoyed watching those while I've been sewing. Yeah, they've been a lot of fun. I love how everyone does Vlogmas a little bit differently. So yeah, everyone's is special and a bit different. So yeah, I really enjoyed catching up on some videos. And as you can see, I am wearing my gingerbread sweater dress because I've just finished it. So I just popped it on to check the final fit, and I thought I'd catch up with you guys now while I'm wearing it so you can see what it looks like on. I also whizzed upstairs just to take a picture as well, so I'll pop that up in a moment. But yeah, it came together really nicely today. I didn't have too much to do. It was mainly just adding the cuffs and the bottom band, but I wanted to take a bit of time figuring out the right length. I didn't want to rush that, so I kind of basted the cuffs on a couple of times once I'd shortened the sleeve a bit, just to make sure I was happy with the length, and then sort of popped up and bothered my husband and asked his opinion too. So yeah, here are the cuffs. They're on now and I think they're really cute. I've got some fluff on there and they work really well, I think, with this fabric. And I'll stand up so you can see the length and the hemband too. I'll just step back for that. So I really enjoyed finishing this one off. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it's nice and cozy to wear actually. I will take it off in a moment and pop on the dress I was wearing earlier, my indigo dress, but yeah, I thought you might like to see it on. I'm looking forward to getting this one out a little bit later in the run up to Christmas, so I'm sure you'll see a reappearance of it sometime later in Vlogmas. Oh, and I need to show you how the neckband looks too, because if you watch my Vlogmas, I think it was day one video when I was talking about this dress, you'll know that I wanted to adjust the neckline slightly because the Molly neckline I always found quite wide. So I borrowed the Mile End sweatshirt neckline and sort of retraced the neckline out to get a slightly snugger fit for the neckband. So I'll pull my hair back so you can see. I'm quite happy with how that's turned out. It's a lot less wide than the Molly neckband, so I'll easily be able to pop a t-shirt underneath without the t-shirt showing at the side. So that little kind of hack of the Molly pattern worked well. So yeah, it's quite a nice cozy snugger neckline there. So yeah, it's been really nice to get that finished. I think my plan now is I've got a bit more time before I need to go and pick my daughter up from school. I'm not picking my son up today because he's going to a friend's house for a play date. So what I thought I might do was make a start on my bunting, sort of sewing the bunting pieces together. I've got my bunting over here. So I've got quite a few triangles here. I'm going to change the thread on my machine and start getting those sewn together. And I thought when I have a spare moment, maybe on the sofa this evening, I can then start sort of trimming the ends down and turning them the right way out and using my point turner to kind of get the ends nice and sharp. So yeah, that is my plan. I'll show you my point turner. Actually, I've got it here too. It's in my sewing tin somewhere. Here it is. I think it's a bamboo point turner. I can't remember. I got it a long time ago from Sew Me Sunshine when I had I think I bought some fabric and I needed something to bump up my fabric to meet the threshold for free delivery, and I thought a point holder would be a useful thing, and I've used it so much. Yeah, just quite a simple point turner. It works really well. So that is my plan now, I think, to start on a few pieces of bunting, a nice simple sew, because I'd quite like to get that up so we can enjoy it for a while before Christmas. So I will say goodbye now. I think I'll finish this video today because it's going to be a bit of a rush after school, going and collecting my son from his play date and then having a late dinner after he gets back and all that sort of thing. So I'll finish off this video here today and I will see you again for day 7 tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching another day. As ever, please do give this video a like and I will see you again for day 7 tomorrow. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye.